I found a baby. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Just Killing Time. It's a podcast. It's an experiment. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing, if that makes sense. I'm really into Loki right now. If you watch any of the Marvel shows, Loki is the best thing they have ever done. WandaVision was great. Winter Soldier story and the Falcon, cool. Loki's the best Marvel show out there, hands down. It can fix every problem in the Marvel X-Men universe. Honestly. But the whole TVA and being in the wrong dimension and on the wrong timeline, or you being taken away from your timeline, so enamored by that whole concept. Anyway, this is an experiment. This is a podcast. I have gone through so many renditions over the years. I'm just trying to figure it out. And sometimes I post my mistakes. Sometimes I post something I'm proud of. Sometimes I post something I've created just to see if I'm on the right track. But this is the podcast. I'm currently sitting on a stool in an alley where I found a baby Friday night. And before we even go there, let me just rewind it. If you watch this on YouTube, I may put it on Vimeo too. I've thought about putting it on Instagram. But if you watch this, it has no promotion or advertisement in front of it. I got a copyright strike from YouTube because I took something that partly belongs to me and posted it on YouTube, and the person who owns the company contacted YouTube and told them to take it down. It's a video of me talking to the therapist that I had, that I no longer go to, that I was in love with. We shot a comedy special where I did 30 minutes of material, no audience, had an hour and 25, maybe 30-minute therapy session with my therapist, whom I met on that very first day, in efforts to do something with mental health, black men and mental health. And it'll never see the light of day because the person whose company and the person who shot it is a piece of shit. And my manager and agent didn't know what to do with it because there's no benefit in helping black men get help. Also, there's no money in it. Nobody worked to get this project out because they couldn't figure out how to make money off of helping people. So because I took it upon myself and just posted it on YouTube for people to see, be like, y'all need to see this, it got shut down. I got a strike. I don't get any money for posting videos, which I'm okay with. I don't really need to get money for this, but I don't get any money for posting videos or whatever. I do it because I'm creating content to feed the algorithm so I can gain followers, so people will come to a comedy club to see me do what I really want to do, which is sit on a stool and tell you stories about things I've seen. Have a conversation with people. So I don't get any advertisements from this. So if you want to donate, whatever, if you like it, I think something happens. If you share it, it helps get views. If you repost it, it gets views. It helps. Streams help on iTunes and Spotify and Google Play, wherever else. Let's get to it because, one, I'm outside. For those who aren't watching this, I'm sitting in an alley on a stool in a neighborhood that, give or take, had this day, and it's getting cool outside. Friday night, I'm walking my dog. I got a black Labrador Retriever named Cornell West Vance. Beautiful lab. I got him partly because I was lonely during the pandemic and I needed something living in the house other than myself because I wasn't enough for me to keep me going to stay in the game. Like I needed something else to say, get up out the bed, right? It's a responsibility. A dog is a responsibility. I have to come home every night. If I don't, he'll eat shit, throw up, climb all over everything because he'll be like, where is my human? Anyway, we have a ritual. We walk the neighborhood every night. Doesn't matter. I try to walk him late. That way he'll sleep in late so I can sleep in late. It's 12:45. I'm walking my dog in my neighborhood. I live in Van Nuys, California, which used to be the porn capital of the United States of America. Walking my dog. And as we're walking through this alley right here, if you look down, you probably can't see it because it's blurry, but down this alley right here, in between these apartments, me and my dog are walking by here, and I see a baby running full speed ahead. No shoes on, no pants, no shirt, no socks, no hat, no iWatch, nothing. Just running. And for a moment, I just looked and I was like, that's not happening. That's not a baby. It's 12:45 at night. That's not a baby, Moranzio. You're tired. You need a nap. You haven't been sleeping well. You probably need some magnesium or some type of sleeping pills that are not addictive. But you need to go to bed because that's not a baby running down an alley at 12:45 at night by itself. I also assumed that there was a parent or somebody just letting the child run and then they were going to run after it. But once I saw it coming into the street, I was like, I'm not getting involved. And I kept walking. My dog even looked at me like, is that a fucking baby? Just keep sniffing. We walk. And then I turn because I'm like, I'm a parent. I'm a father, even though the system won't let me be. I'm a father, even though I'm denied rights. But nobody cares about black fathers. I won't argue with you. It's a fact because I live it. I turn because I'm like, that's a child. I know what it's like to be lost in a grocery store or in a mall or in an amusement park. I know what that feeling is. So I turn, and the child is leaned up against the pickup truck in a soiled diaper. And I go over. First of all, I take a picture of the child because I want people to see I found this baby. I didn't steal it. I take a picture of it. And I say, you speak English? He didn't speak English. The little bit of Spanish I know how to say, do you speak Spanish? And I asked him, do he speak Spanish? And he kind of like said, he kind of wanted to answer, but he didn't know how. So I'm assuming he's a little autistic, or just, you know how kids don't develop until a certain age. They slow to develop. Maybe it's that going on. I don't know. But I also am panicking because I'm like, there's a child loose. It has to have a parent. But I don't want to go knock on different doors saying, hey, is this your child? It's 12:45 in the morning. I take the child back to my apartment. I pick him up. Take it to my apartment. I call 911. I give him a shirt to put on. I wanted to change his diaper. I wanted to give him a bath. I wanted to wash. His feet were black. I mean, like he walked from Juarez, Mexico to California, feet black. I wanted to wash him, but I don't know the laws and the rules. I'm not taking this child's clothes off. And they like, did you wash my baby? You going to jail for cleaning that baby. Like, I don't want to end on Epstein's Island. So I don't even touch the baby. I asked him, do you want water? I give him some water. He wanted something to eat, but I didn't have anything. I didn't have no treats. I don't have a sweet tooth like that. I don't have snacks and stuff around the house. So I didn't have anything. But the entire time, I'm on the phone with the police. 911. They put me on hold. 911 put me on hold. I thought you were supposed to be here in case of emergency. Not there for emergency. Your call will be ordered in the order in which it was received. So I'm on hold for a few seconds. And then the dispatch lady comes on. 911, what's the emergency? Ma'am, I found a baby. Okay? A whole baby while I was walking my dog. Excuse me, sir? You heard me. I found a baby. Please help me help this child. Then she begins to ask me questions. And the line of questioning are not that of a person who is concerned about a child. It is more of, let's see if this guy is crazy, and let's see if this guy really kidnapped the child and trying to give it back because he having second thoughts. Like, it was just not comfortable the way she was asking me questions. Is anything wrong with the baby? I mean, other than the fact that it doesn't have any shoes on, any socks, its diaper is dirty, it doesn't have a shirt on, it doesn't have any identification on it doesn't have a name tag or a bracelet, and it's 12:45 in the morning, and he has a dirty diaper on. He doesn't talk at all. Other than that, he's fine. He's having a great day. She's still asking me more questions. She's asking me questions as if she don't believe I have a baby. And I'm like wanting him to say something so she could say, oh, you do have a baby. We on the phone. Bear in mind, people, I've had this child in my possession for at least 15 minutes by now. And then she says, oh, we just got a call in about a missing baby. And I wanted to say, you fucking think? What do you think I've been trying to tell you the entire time? Now she's like interested. What did you say your name was, sir? Blah, blah, blah. I tell her my name, where I am, my address, the whole nine. I hear sirens. I say, I think y'all are on your way. Sirens, I hear. She says, don't go outside yet, sir. Why? I want to go see what's going on. She said, don't go outside yet. She's still asking me questions. She's trying to keep, it sounds like she's trying to keep me on the phone to make sure I don't hang up so they can capture me. The lady says, the police are downstairs. Can you go downstairs? I go downstairs. There's 4 police officers. 1 tall white police officer, 2 Hispanic, Latin, Mexican male cops, and a female Mexican, Hispanic female cop. I say all the terms because I don't know which one is the right one to use, and I don't want to get counseled 10 years from now because I didn't know the correct pronunciation or the right label to give somebody. I'm not going down because shit change every week. I go downstairs. They say, are you the guy that called about the baby? No, I'm just running outside because I like to hang out with cops. Yes, dumbass. I'm the one who called about the damn baby. They say, where's the baby now? Upstairs. Can you take us to the baby? No, I'm keeping it. That's what I wanted for Christmas. Yes, come get the come. I'm running with urgency. The cops are like, calm down. No, sir, I can't calm down. There's a baby that doesn't belong to me in my home, and it's 1:15 in the fucking morning. They still telling me to calm down. I'm rushing up the steps. I go upstairs. They say, can you bring the baby out? I hand them the baby. They try to look into my apartment to see if I got a bunch of babies or something. I give the baby to the Latin female officer. She goes downstairs. The 2 other cops, the white cop and another Hispanic male cop, walk with her. Then the main guy, who's been doing all the question asking, says, can I take a statement from you? He pulls out a little 3x5 index card, fills out information like I'm joining a fucking bowling league. What's your name? What's your address? What's your phone number? What's your height? What's your weight? And can you tell me what happened? I found a baby. I was walking with my dog and a baby was running, which I probably shouldn't have picked up because that's how people die in horror movies. It's October. This could have been a zombie baby. It could have been a vampire baby. Because you know in movies they always send the baby out because people feel bad for the baby. And then the baby's like, yeah, I told you, bitch. And then bites you and kills you or whatever. Seen Interview with a Vampire, all that Walking Dead. Zombie babies always killing people. Always. Vampire babies always killing people. Parasite babies always killing people. Babies is the perfect decoy. He asked me all these questions. And they say, thank you very much. Bear in mind, people, I have given this child a shirt to wear. Bear in mind, they didn't let me see who the parents were. The parents didn't want to see who I was. They didn't let us meet like it was some type of adoption. I may try to come back and see the baby one day. They literally did not let the parents know who had the child. And the parents didn't want to know who found their child to say thank you. Because here's the truth. This alley is busy. I'm surprised no cars have gone by because it's just twice that I have tried to shoot this video for content. I'm in the alley in a neighborhood where babies get loose. So the baby had 2 choices. It could have went left or it could have went right. Or right or left, depending on which apartment complex it lives in. But it went to the direction of the alley where the cars were parked versus going the other way, which is the busiest street in the neighborhood, where if it had gone out into the street, it would have gotten popped and turned into an instant hood ornament. But it ran this way, and I found the child, and I'm traumatized by it because I'm a father who does not have access to his own child, can't have it, because the fat lawyer named Greg Rehunt represented somebody that said no, he can't see his child because he's poor. Then I'm in California. I'm in a society where children are being abducted all the time, sex trafficked, everything. I'm traumatized by the fact that there's a child loose. The parents didn't ask who I was. They didn't try to thank me. No one bothered to give me my fucking shirt back. No one followed up. I wanted to call the police and say, yo, what happened to the baby? What happened to the baby I found? Is it okay? Because a part of me was thinking, what if this child got loose from a bad situation and I gave it right back to that situation? Like, what if this child was like, figured out how to get loose, and I was like, oh, no. It's kind of like in Shawshank when Andy Dufresne dug out of the jail. What if he had ended up in the warden's office? He would have killed himself. Because he'd be like, I did all that for nothing. I felt like I let the child down by giving it back to a situation where the universe probably allowed it to get away, but also at the same time, universe, what am I supposed to do with a baby that can't talk? So it kind of ate me up. It's eating me up. That's it. That's the podcast for the week. I just wanted to let you know that I found a baby at 12:45 a.m. on a Friday night as I was walking my dog in a neighborhood that I desperately wanted to move out of. And I don't think anybody handled the situation correctly except me in terms of making sure the baby was taken care of and looked after and just protected. It's crazy. I found a whole baby, not half a baby, a whole baby. People find keys, wallets, cell phones, a drunk person in the alley. I found a whole baby running. And everybody went about their day like nothing happened. For those who listen to the podcast, I appreciate it. Those who download the podcast, I appreciate it. Those who share the podcast, I appreciate it. Those who donate to the podcast, I appreciate it. Those who buy t-shirts from the podcast, I appreciate it. I'm working on building a universe that I'm proud of the idea. This is one of the components of this universe. Everything, you remember Ozark? In Ozark, how they would show something and at the beginning of the episode, and then it'll be in the episode at some point. That's what this podcast is. This whole season, this whole series of videos is going to all add up to one bigger thing at the end. I promise you, I'm not dragging you along. This is not a movie where it's not going to pay off. It's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. Just be patient. I promise you, I am not wasting your time. Download it, share it. Don't ask me why this video does not have more views if you are not sharing it. Don't ask me why this podcast is not bigger or higher up on the totem pole. It's a show. It's a podcast. It's an adventure. It's an artistic expression. It's an idea that I had that I'm running with. Email me at jktpodcast@gmail.com if you have any questions, you want to talk about something, you want to share something. I always tell people, send me an email about a time where your time was wasted, and I'll read it and we could talk about it. I don't know, man. It's fan mail. I'm trying to be involved. Yeah, I'm trying to engage. It's cold, and I'm in the alley, and I want to leave before I find another fucking baby.